Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kelly Lendsay. I'm President and CEO of Indigenous Works. I'm going to read to you a land acknowledgement. I want you to guess where I am in the world today. So I want to acknowledge the Luminary families, the owners of the land, and pay my respect to the elders past, present, and emerging. And I recognize their contribution and connection to country and the role in caring for and maintaining the country for over thousands of years. I'm speaking from Broadbeach, just south of Brisbane in Australia. I'm down here for a conference, and when Kim extended this invitation, the timing worked out great. So I'm so pleased to join the esteemed panelists and the Walrus. I want to shift the sense of belonging to workplace belonging. And as you think about workplaces, it's something that we all have a connection to. And how included do we feel in today's workplaces? So that's the work we've been doing for close to 30 years, really looking at this area of workplace belonging and inclusion. And it's a very basic question. And the Gallup poll did probably the most extensive work, surveying hundreds of thousands, literally millions actually, of people. And the number one engagement driver for people in the workplace was, do I feel included? There was, do I feel valued? Do I have a good relationship with my supervisor? Is my work appreciated? Am I challenged? There are these engagement drivers, but the core of it is what we're talking about today is, do I belong? Do I have this sense of feeling included? So you can put this whole topic of belonging and inclusion in this powerful sense of an engagement driver. We have an inclusion continuum. It's a 7-stage roadmap to becoming an employer of choice. And the idea was, if you can actually look at the competencies, the attributes, the values that people can build as managers, you can actually make more inclusive workplaces where people do feel that they belong. And if you can then build those competencies, you can actually measure them. You can actually train. And so that's what really gave birth to the inclusion continuum, a 7-stage roadmap, so that people could benchmark their workplace competencies, their performance, and a way to truly change the social and economic culture of their workplaces. So when I think about the power of belonging, this example, although it's for negative sense, but if you look at gangs and you look at prisons, they understand belonging. They have a strong sense of commitment. People belong. And so it's those principles that I think to say that putting in and channeling it towards positive attributes is, how do we harness that to make people feel that indeed they have a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging? What I really like about this is that belonging, I think my final point is that it does have a humanistic value. This is not Indigenous or non-Indigenous. This is about all nations, all people, asking a very basic question. How are we welcoming newcomers to Canada? How are we welcoming Ukrainian families that are fleeing? How are Indigenous people welcoming other Indigenous people from other parts of the nations or around the world? So this is where I get excited about the work. And I'm seeing, as I watched the video of the Walrus, all the different themes and areas, jobs. Well, I just wrote some of them down. Jobs, the area of course, reconciliation. So think of belonging in this reconciliation or economic reconciliation theme. We got to move beyond the romantic and cosmetic side of economic reconciliation and belonging. We need to move towards things that are going to help people build their communities, build themselves and their families, build our country, and address some real pressing issues that are around this world. And I think that's the exciting part. And thank you very much.